Welcome, Walnut. I'm Lara, but you can call me Laz, your host for Walnut Wednesday. This is your reminder to be brave, be yourself, and know that you can make the world a better place just by what you decide today. Here, I'm going to share my weekly walnuttings with you on a Wednesday. Hello, Walnut. It is me, Laz, here for another episode of Walnut Wednesday. I hope you're having a wonderful week and a happy break time. Coming to you live this week, coming through to you this week from a space of overwhelm, and it's all very fresh. I only just last night had the release and the cry, and it was for very not emotionally intelligent reasons for it to come out, but I had to I just had to let it out. I know I'm not alone when I say this, Walnut, so please know if you're feeling the same way. We've got each other, we've got this. It's just an overwhelming time of year. I just had some friends ask me, let's hang out in January. And I know it will be January when you hear this, so Happy New Year. But at the time of recording this, I just thought ahead to January, and then I thought to February and March, and I gave myself anxiety all over again. So I just want you to know, Walnut, that if you are feeling overwhelmed, it is okay, and you are not alone, and we can get through this. And all we have to do is just be present, be now, and keep going, because it will get better, and we will feel joy again, and we will feel not overwhelmed again. But my walnutting this week, I wanted to talk to you about something I just discovered and I just kind of found out. And something that, as a recovering people pleaser, and I'm sure you kind of recognize this as well, Walnut, is the term FOMO, the fear of missing out. As I have practiced more boundaries, practicing saying yes when I mean yes and no when I mean no, and leaning a lot more into the fact that I do actually just prefer to be alone most of the time, and that I am a little introvertical, that I do recharge at best when I'm literally by myself or just here with you, alone, nothing else, no one in the house apart from Kevin. That is where I kind of function best. And so I have been reflecting a little bit on this idea of FOMO, and I haven't had it for a really long time through my walnut journey, since I have kind of felt like I've been nailing boundary after boundary. But I had an instance, Walnut, just recently where I got it. And it was in the space of overwhelm. Everything felt hard. Everything felt really heavy and stressful and too much. And I couldn't make decisions. I still can't really. It's hard to make decisions. It's hard to actually get the energy to get up and do things. I'm actually kind of snarky. I'm not really the best person to be around. So it's in that kind of feeling where I just kind of cancelled plans. And I'm not proud of it, but I have been quite a flaky friend a lot of times, and that has been recovering people pleasery, where I've said yes when I mean no, and felt obligation to go. But recently, in this new current sense of overwhelm, I have had to do a couple of things that are the obligatory things that in a normal time you can just suck it up, get it done, sort it out. But when I am already so overwhelmed, it just is like the drain of my life. It is just taking over everything that I can think about, and adding to the snarkiness, adding to the tiredness, adding, and I just feel like I'm giving and giving and giving and giving, and all I want to do is just have a clean house without having to clean it. Do you know what I mean? It's just a bizarre thing. I just have no motivation. So I cancelled on these plans that were pre-scheduled. It actually would have been really fun. And when I cancelled, I did feel like, I could have, made the effort and pushed myself and probably had a really good time. But I was like, no, I literally can't. And I had my cry, I did all the things. I had just some time alone and I felt really good. I wasn't having any FOMO. Um, but then these videos came through and it looked like a really great time. And there was a little part of me that went, oh, maybe if I did go, I probably would have had a really good time. So I felt like I was getting this sense, this false sense of FOMO because I couldn't actually attend. But then, yeah, then I got the FOMO, which I haven't actually had in a really, really long time. And I was talking to Sister Walnut about it, and she was like, sis, you think you have false FOMO? She said, wait till you get JOMO. And I was like, what is this JOMO? And she said, the joy of missing out. And I reflect. I have had JOMO where I see things, I see videos and I go, I'm really glad I like that looks like fun. I'm really happy for everyone. And I'm really glad I wasn't there. And I feel like potentially seeing these videos, this false sense of FOMO that I'm having is actually JOMO because I'm actually pleased that I stayed in while genuinely happy that everyone had a good time and I love it and it did look really great. But had I been there, I probably would have been way too overstimulating, way too noisy. I probably would have had like too many wines and then felt even worse and continued on the cycle of snowball affecting this overwhelm even more. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you, Walnut, this little like piece of reflection of um like this false FOMO, this false fear of missing out when it's probably just like old feelings popping up. Mercury is in retrograde as well. False, like where I used to or would have felt FOMO, but it's not there anymore. But my brain's going, oh, normally you would feel FOMO, but actually I don't have it, but I feel like I should. Does that make sense, Walnut? So yeah, this term JOMO, JOMO, really baffled me and made me feel it made me feel comfortable. It made me feel better about my decision and my practicing and putting myself first. And there were a lot of things, underneath the radar that were making me feel bad and all the things, but I had already been put in that situation or about another thing, which I'll probably talk to you about another time, in the same week. So there were so many feelings, and there are so many feelings of like obligation and going to do the thing because you don't want to let somebody down or someone making you feel bad. Like, not that they intentionally want you to feel bad, but they feel bad, so they want you to feel bad. You know what I mean? So I guess, Walnut, this is just a little reminder that FOMO exists, but ask yourself why it exists. Like, why do you have that? Where is that stemming from? But also, I've just realized that I've had false FOMO and that maybe it's actually JOMO. Is it actually joy of missing out over fear of missing out? Like, it's a thing. And I've just learned it firsthand. So if you have any stories, I'd love to know, Walnut. But this time of year, honestly, just please practice your boundaries. There's so much obligation around this season when it is actually you are meant to be having a break. We deserve to take the night off, the day off, drink mimosas in the sun, which I hope that's what you're doing. I hope when I talk to future me and I listen back to this, that's exactly what I'm doing. But please put yourself first this week in this holiday, this break time. And please drive safe and please eat all the food guilt free because you fucking deserve it, because you're worthy and wonderful. And you're also really, really, really worthy of putting yourself first. And if you don't want to do the thing, back yourself, stick up for yourself. You've got this. And if people are mad at you, because a lot of the time they either are, but they won't say anything to you, or they are and you'll hear about it, and we can just move on. Walnut, we're too old and too tired for any of these things. And I feel like my selfish villain era has just turned into the I have no fucks left to give era. JOMO. JOMO, JOMO. So, Walnut, have a wonderful week. Happy Walnut Wednesday. Please put yourself first. And I just love you so much. Thank you so much for being here for a whole other year. Happy New Year. And I will talk to you again next week. Bye.